Now we come to mistake number 592 or something like that. Hating it as much as ever. Be cute. Do something cute. The worst. Hello and welcome to a work week reading vlog. Why am I filming a work week reading vlog? Well, my internet isn't working today. And I'm taking this as a sign because I've been a really bad girl this month. I mean, I've read 5 books so far, which isn't terrible considering how little I've been reading. But we're coming to the end of the month and there's some books that I definitely need to read. And the internet not working right now. I mean, it's bad for work. I mean, they know, I told them. So there's like literally nothing I can do about that. So I feel like it's a sign that I should be reading. That's what we're doing. There have been some changes since the last time I did this. I haven't filmed a work week reading vlog in probably a year. Mainly because I I kind of transitioned to making my vlogs more like aesthetic. Less reading updates and more just pictures of tea. Because that's what you're here for, I assume. If you hear noises in the background, it's possibly at Los Angeles. But it's also, and most likely, a new addition to my household, which is one of the big changes. Did I say there have been changes? I was leading up to saying there were changes. There have been changes. I've rearranged my furniture quite a bit since my last vlog, so you'll see that. But I have a kitty, which if you follow me on Instagram, you're well aware of the fact that I have a kitty. Her name is Kaz. I believe she's a she. I am no expert, and she hasn't been to the vet yet. She's going next week, where we will confirm her gender. But regardless, her name is Kaz. And if she is a he, well then his name is Kaz. But I'm like 80–90% certain she's a she. Regardless, Kaz is the name. And Kaz, the name will remain. And Kaz has discovered a bottle cap. And Kaz is playing with said bottle cap. Love that. Oh yeah, what do I... As you can see, I literally just decided to do this. Because I am not prepared for this even a little bit. But I need... do you get the book? You'll see it when I read it later. And it's probably in the thumbnail. So maybe I need to be reading. Okay, that's enough of that. No more bottle cap. I promise you'll see Kaz later. Not right now. Oh, okay, then we're gonna go for the box. She's been quiet all morning. Anyway, what I need to read. Dreams of the Dying, which is my patron buddy read. Patrons are not loving it. I read the first 8 pages and I did not love those, so that's part of the reason I've been putting this off. It's really long and I don't think I'm gonna like it. Which is unfortunate because it's expensive and beautiful and a patron buddy read that, well, I mean last month I/we didn't really like our buddy read. This month seems to be the same situation, so whoops. But oh my freaking god, can you not? Anyway, Dreams of the Dying, and what I'm more excited about, like genuinely excited about, and that is Hag-Seed by Margaret Atwood, because as I mentioned, seriously? Here she is, the little pest. Can't make noise if I'm holding you. Can't do it. No, we're not climbing on the table. That's not happening. Say hello to the good people. Say hi. Be cute. Do something cute. She's purring, so she's not liking being held like this. Hi. Okay, now stop making noise, please. Hag-Seed by Margaret Atwood. Because I'm reading, or I did already, one of the books that, oh, she's grabbing my slippers now. That's fun. Love that for me. Please stop. Yeah, I'm reading. Ow, 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 ow! She's standing on my ankle by using her nails as a support. She's cute, so it's fine. This is not gonna be a good reading vlog. It's just gonna be me dealing with the kitty. It's fine, because she's precious and beautiful. Hag-Seed. Yes, because I already read The Tempest this month, and I watched the Royal Shakespeare Company production of The Tempest, and I think the table is shaking. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, now I just need to read Hag-Seed. I don't know yet when our live show will be. Need to figure that out. Anyway, yes, after like 6 minutes of rambling, the long story short, work week reading vlog, have a kitty, rearranged furniture, will be reading Dreams of the Dying and Hag-Seed, because those are the goals for the week. And then my audiobooks right now are Red Country by Joe Abercrombie, because I'm rereading all the Abercrombie books, and last month I started 500 Years War Palestine. It's a nonfiction book about the history of Palestine. It's a certain number of years war. This is the name of the book. Jesus Christ, what is it called? Why don't I just check? 100 Years War on Palestine. Great, okay, yeah, so I'm continuing that. I didn't finish it last month. Hoping to finish it this month. And that's it, right? Yeah, Dreams of the Dying, Hag-Seed, 100 Years War in Palestine, Red Country. I don't even know what's happening. Okay, cool. So, this morning, since my internet is not working, yep, still not working, maybe I can do some reading until this sorts itself out, because I literally can't do anything else. I'm trying to switch to matcha instead of coffee. I hate it. I don't hate it. Hate's the strong word. I don't love it. But I like how it makes me feel so far. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on until my body accepts that this is how it's gotta be. I had my matcha this morning. It's terrible. I guess I better get stuck into reading because that was the whole point of this thing. So see you later with some kind of update. Kind of forgot that I was vlogging, so I didn't vlog the process, but I'm almost done making breakfast. So we have toast with Marmite and vegan butter, and there's avocado under there, and sprouts. What if it'll fuck? Oh fuck! Okay, we're gonna move the sprouts. I forgot to put on my spices. Traditionally use paprika and garlic powder. So move the sprouts back. And then vegan egg. This goes right on. Oh no, oh no. You put that on top, you smoosh it down. You got a breakfast sandwich. So tasty. But no coffee to wash it down because my life is sad now. The internet is still not working, and I just saw me working, but it's because it does download my emails. Like, it takes like a million years. Like, there's like a trickle of internet. So like all the web pages that I try to open, like they'll just be loading and loading. Like, it doesn't say no connection. It just loads and loads and loads. So my emails, it does download like occasionally, so I can kind of look at them. I guess I seriously may as well. I keep thinking like the moment I pick up a book to read, my internet will start working again, but not looking good right now. Unlike my breakfast, which is looking very good. Also, today's Prime Day, I think. Right? I don't need anything. But, like, I know that Amazon isn't the internet, but part of me is like, is the internet down because too many people are shopping at Prime Day? Is that what's happening? The internet's all dried up. But I really wish I could have some coffee. It also occurs to me that, and this is not on purpose, I wear this hoodie in like all my vlogs. Since moving here, any vlog that I've filmed, which now I think this is like the third one because I haven't been vlogging that much, I have worn this hoodie in all of those vlogs. All of 2. I bring it up. I know you don't care about this, but I don't actually wear this hoodie very much. That's also not true. What am I trying to say? See, maybe I do need coffee. Maybe matcha is not the way to go. Or it's that I went to bed at like 1 a.m. Could be that. I wear this hoodie like sometimes. But the frequency with which it appears in my vlogs would make you think I wear it all the damn time. And I really don't. I happen to be wearing it when I'm vlogging. Great story. I know. It's like the most fascinating story I've ever told. You're welcome. I really want a coffee. I probably need a nap. Not coffee. We're gonna read Dreams of the Dying. In this wonderful state, we're gonna read it. Let's do that thing. Dreams of the Dying. I'm on page 9. There are so many sentences incorrectly constructed, like words used wrong. I can't even with this. I know it's self-pumped, but this book was like $40. And there's like, it's the production value, if you can say that about a book, is, you know, it's stunning. It's a spectacular looking book. Maybe you should have paid an editor instead of an artist. But for example, The door burst open. A mountain of fat and muscle stood under the lintel, staring at Jespar from a blocky, hard face that would have looked intimidating, even without the scowl and the greasy, long black hair framing it. Now, I read it quickly, and you're not me, so you may not have picked up on what's wrong with that. But a mountain of fat and muscle stood under the lintel, staring at Jesper from a blocky, hard face. A mountain of fat stood staring from a face? No. You can, the way that I've seen sentences very similar to this in their construction, but they'll have described the eyes. They'll have described, you know, if they're beautiful or ugly, it doesn't matter. But say, you know, like, sparkling blue eyes stared from a chiseled face or something. But you can't say a mountain of fat stood staring from a blocky, hard face. The fat is staring from the face? That doesn't make any sense. You can say, like, if you want to convey the fatness, I guess, you could say, like, that the eyes were, like, eyes that were, not, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, swollen or squinty or something because of, like, how fat the face is or whatever. So, like, eyes that were slits because of the fat were staring from a blocky, hard face. You could do that. But this sentence, like, it's so, like, lost in itself, in its own description, that, like, by the time you finish it, you realize, like, what the fuck did that say? And it's because it doesn't make sense. That construction doesn't make sense. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so now he's been tossed out the window, and he's thinking to himself, and this sentence is, like, it's way too long, but we're not going to address that. But there's, like, a lot of clauses and colons that there's just no need to construct it this way. But anyway, so he's thinking to himself, first, good thing the room had been on the ground level. Second, bouncers took their threats quite literally. When you take something, it's how you're taking what someone else is saying. So, like, I took you at your word. You can't take yourself at your own word. So saying a bouncer is taking their own threats literally, they mean them literally. How they are taken is determined by the listener, is determined by the person who is being threatened. So, like, if he was saying, I am taking that threat quite literally, you could, because you're taking what that person is throwing down, essentially. But you can't say the bouncers took their threats literally. You can say they took them seriously, because you take something seriously, because you're, again, it's something external to you. So, like, if something is threatening you, then you're taking it seriously. Or a bouncer taking their duty seriously. But bouncers took their own threats literally. They can't take what they have said. Like, they mean what they say. You can't take it. Taking it is how you're interpreting something external to you. So, it's bad. It's incorrect. And this is on page 9. There were already, like, a bunch of things in the first pages before that, but I read that, like, a week ago. So, I don't remember what those things were, but they were bad. And since there's been so many in the first 9 pages, you can only assume there's going to be a buttload more. This is why I'm not looking forward to reading this book. This is why I get no reading time. This little munchkin has all of my attention. Is it dead yet? That poor crow. I had no idea she would love it this much. Should have bought 2. At the bottom of the same page, we have a middle-aged woman peered at him from the alley's mouth, and a fat cat from another puddle a few steps over. When Jespar stared back, the woman moved on, but the cat did not. So what he's trying to say is that both this woman and this cat are staring at him. But the way this is constructed is the middle-aged woman peered at him from the alley's mouth, and a fat cat. So she's peering at him and at the cat. That is what the sentence means, that this woman is staring at him and at the cat. But from I was pretty sure that wasn't what he meant, but from the next sentence makes it clear that he means it, that both this lady and this cat are staring at him. That is not what that sentence means. I'm not going to address how everything is an info dump, because of course it is. But in the middle of this info dump, which is this is like a little kid wrote it. Okay.
The silence, the term used to describe the now 200-year absence of the Lightborn, was the subject of many heated discussions in the more secular corners of Vin, such as Kira, Kile, and Northern Nerim. Jespar had often imagined how those scholarly debates in Al-Rashim's universities must have looked like. Must have looked like. No. 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 This man was a soil sucked dry by years of drought, just waiting for the spark to ignite. Since when does soil ignite? What the fuck? This book is killing me. So, I'm gonna make some coffee, but it will be decaf. Hopefully, just the taste of it will be a, what's it called? Not placebo. Maybe placebo? You know what I mean. It'll trick my body into being like, ooh, coffee. Yay. Yes, I did cream it because I think decaf coffee is gross. It tastes different, like it tastes sour. So I put creamer in it. This is not my best life. I like strong black caffeinated coffee, but I'll take what we can get. I've skipped over a lot of incorrect things because it's just, why? Anyway, this is a new weird bad thing. I didn't notice in the first interlude because I think it started with an interlude. In any case, between the chapters, this book has interludes, and the interludes take place before, so they're like flashbacks, I guess, but it's unclear who they are a flashback for. It's not, it can't be Jespar because of the number. Jespar, the main character, is 28 years old, and this interlude is from 41 years before, so it can't be him. I mean, it's still bad, but the thing that's bizarre to me is that the book is written in third person past tense, which is like standard, like majority books, honestly, I read are probably third person past tense. The interlude is third person present tense, which is an odd choice given the interlude is taking place in the past. Why? If anything, the thrust of your novel should then be written in the present tense and your interludes be written in past tense. Why are you writing 41 years before in present tense? Why? I sincerely would like to know why. Also in this interlude, which again, a lot of it is stupid, but so, okay, I guess I need to tell you this first. There's a lot of dialogue. All the dialogue is bad, but a lot of the dialogue is written in weird dialect, where like it's written in that dialect where things are misspelled in order to convey an accent, which I hate always. Literally always. I think I already complained that the dialogue is atrocious and cringy. If not, it is. But it just made me laugh. So this, like, he's had like a borderline panic attack, but he's like gotten over it now. And he's like, yeah, I'm fine now. And the physician gave him a skeptical look. Then she shrugged. That's understandable. You should go see Masao Enkshi, though. He'll want to talk to you. Can you walk? Yeah, I'll go find him. Good. May you prosper. You too. So may you prosper. I don't expect the response to be, you too. Like you say, you too, if someone's like, enjoy the movie. Actually, you shouldn't say you too, but I always end up doing that. But if someone's like, hey, have a good day. Yeah, you too. Or, you know, see you later. Yeah, you too. Or whatever. But may you prosper. Yeah, you too. It's ridiculous. Oh my god, I hate this book so much. So much. It's so stupid. The book continues to be terrible. Hence my treating myself to some snacks. This is a new kind of stupidity, so I'm telling you about it. So this, as I told you, was predominantly written in third person past tense. Close third person, but third person nonetheless. And he's meeting this fancy, mysterious rich lady, and she seems to know who he is. And everyone else has noticed too that she seems to know who he is. And this other guy who's with him says, "You are acquainted?" ventured Engshi. The Masa smiled. "Suffice it to say that I've seen him before." Then in italics, "You have?" This should be "she had," because this is written in third person, not first person. I don't understand. It's still, I mean, I would hate it anyway if it just said "she had," because it sounds stupid and childish, and it just like goes along with the terrible dialogue. So it would hardly be good if it did that. But at the very least, it would be correct. I'm just gonna start telling you all of them because it's ridiculous and I feel like you won't believe me otherwise. The masa indicated at Jespar's cut. You can't indicate at something. You just indicate something. Jespar sipped from his wine. He should have sipped his wine or sipped from his cup. He's not sipping from his wine.
Hold me close and hold me fast. This magic spell you cast. This is love beyond roses. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see love beyond roses. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where...
What joy is mine? I got to read a sex scene. I reached my goal, which is the end of chapter 4. And this was the very end of chapter 4. So. And can I just... It's all badly written, as I've been saying, but the sex scene... Can I just read this to you? It said he kissed her and their breaths grew shorter and shorter as the heat grew and grew and grew and M dash exploded. Exploded. Kaboom. Oh my god. I hate this book so much. It's so badly written. Okay, but I'm done with it for today. So that was end of chapter 4. 111 pages in. Ta-da. I'm actually further in, I mean, percentage-wise than it looks because the back of the book is a lot of, like, appendices. So it actually ends. Okay, so this whole last chunk is appendices, afterwards, etc. So that being the case, that's how far through I actually am. The internet did start working, in case you were curious, so I was able to get some work done and have been enjoying a lovely ambiance. This is maybe weird, but like when I'm reading a book I hate, I end up suffering twice as much because I don't want to light any nice smelling candles or put on any nice ambiances because I don't want to create an association in my mind between that smell or that ambiance and that book. So, like, I love having nice scented candles and a nice ambiance while I read. It enhances an already delightful experience, but if I am having a miserable experience, then it's doubly miserable. Anyway. So, yeah, done with this for tonight. That's no more. So for the rest of the evening, I could get cracking on Hag-Seed or listen to Red Country. Also forgot to mention that I do need to be rereading Dark Age this week, so there's like fucking a lot that I need to do. Dreams of the Dying, Red Country, Dark Age, Hag-Seed, 100 Years War in Palestine. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. It's not Ricky Dreams of the Dying, that's for damn sure. I just washed my face. I mean, second washed my face because Kaz literally, she like licked all of this whole area. She wouldn't stop. Oh my god, she's back to finish the job. No, okay. Oh my god. I couldn't stop laughing the whole time she was doing it. And she was just resting on my chest while my chest was like bouncing her up and down because I was laughing so much. She like licked my, like this whole, like the Phantom of the Opera portion of the face. Hi, my dear. What's up? What are we doing? This would be her chasing her own tail, her nightly activity. Anyway, yeah. I think I got a little bit of it on camera, but Jesus Christ. Usually, like, she'll lick my cheek or like my chin, which like is fine, but just like my whole eye. Hi. What's up? Hello. No biting. Be nice. Good morning and happy Tuesday from me and the Munchkin, who is very frisky this morning. Aren't you? Aren't you? Yes, thank you. She is full of energy today. No matcha required. Speaking of matcha though, I must suffer the matcha. Hey! Don't do that. Hey! Stop it. That tape is to prevent you. Knock it off. Why are you licking the tape? Okay, time to make matcha. What are you doing, Kaz? What's going on? Are you stuck? Are you trapped? You got in there. It's up to you to get out. Do you need help? Are you trapped? Maybe you shouldn't do that. She was finally sleeping, but the camera turning on woke her up. Go back to sleep, little. Stop pestering me. Stop destroying everything in my apartment. Just sleep. Oh, the purring. Go to sleep. Had a shower during my late lunch break, as is evident. Although, if you see tissues around in the background, just like everywhere, it's because Kaz, aside from the crow and my slippers, her favorite toy is tissues. He just steals them and runs off with them, so they're everywhere. Anyway, I don't want you to think that I'm a monster that just like throws trash everywhere in my apartment. It's Kaz, and I pick them up as I see them. Just found my slippers again, if you can hear rattling. Anyway, I don't think I said last night, after I got to my chunk for Dreams of the Dying, I didn't end up reading it all. I edited some videos, and then went to bed. Untrue. Edited some videos, watched some Poirot, then went to bed. Weirdly, this is not a reading update, other than, okay, quick reading update, this is terrible, but I think you know that I feel that way. But ever since switching to matcha, ew, why is my nose, what the fuck is this? Sorry. I've been having really vivid dreams. Like, really vivid dreams. The kind that feel real. Like, and the dream I had on Sunday night going into Monday, it had to, like, my boss was in it. And it was one of those really real feeling ones. So going into work yesterday, I couldn't, like, shake off what I felt like I knew, what I felt like I had experienced with my boss. But it was a dream. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's probably a good thing, because I feel like that means that you're going into a deeper REM, right? Or maybe it's horrible. I don't know. But it is an interesting trend that I have observed. I wouldn't say it's growing on me, matcha, but I'm getting used to it. Anyway, yep, between the matcha and Dreams of the Dying, it's not a very happy week. And it could be worse. The weather is fantastic. I have an adorable kitty that is destroying everything in my apartment. And all things considered, life's pretty good. Anyway, just thought I'd quickly check in. I don't think I did really properly check in this morning. Bit more work to do. And then get back into this, which is the worst. Work is all done for the day, and I am now settling in to read. Oh, fuck. Dreams of the Dying. What joy is mine. Okay, so a few things that I haven't mentioned yet. One, actually, what order am I gonna say? I don't know. They're just stupid things that are like a recurring theme or just like a factor, or just like a thing that he's doing. Not like an individual sentence that's like weird. Okay, so there's this line that I thought was ridiculous and funny that he used it as many times as he did and as few pages as he did. And that was turning the page, i.e. like trying to say that you're like trying to turn over a new leaf, you're trying to like start fresh. And he kept saying turn the page like a lot. And then this book was sitting on my couch, you know, really taunting me. And I glanced at the back, and my eye caught on the second paragraph, which says, "Or so he tells himself, hoping to turn the page." Jess Parkson. I was like, wow, he really loves that expression. It's on the fucking back of this book. So that's dumb. It's not grammatically incorrect or anything. It's just dumb. And then poor people, like instead of saying, you know, the peasants or the plebeians or the proletariat or anything really, they're called the have-nots with a dash, like a hyphenated compound word, the have-nots. There's all these weird in-world, well, hello. What do you think of this book? Yeah, I wish I could run away too. There's all these made-up names for all these things in this book. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, and I'm not going to bother to check the appendix at the back to learn what they mean. But we don't have a name for the poor people. We call them the have-nots, which, that's a choice. And he keeps using, I say he, I mean like the author, he keeps using like abbreviated slangish kind of words like wanna, W-A-N-N-A, which, okay. And there's so much dialect, which I think I might have complained about earlier, that like a lot of the dialogue is written in dialect where it's like typed out dialect, which there are books that I like that do that, and I don't like that they do that. I never like that, even if it's a book I like, and I hate this book, so I just also don't like that. And, okay, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. It's just the have-nots thing came up again, and then that reminded me of the turn the page thing, and I was like, I'll just catch you up on both things. Anyway, back to it. Okay, so people bitch aplenty about Terry Goodkind's incorporation of his politics in his books, and I allow that it's there, and it's not the best part of the books, but it doesn't ruin the books for me. That said, I feel like those same people who are the people who are praising this book are people that would probably like look down on Terry Goodkind, but I just read the most preachy, the most ham-fisted, the most aggressively in your face, not even bothering to be veiled insertion of like soapboxing from the author presented as a conversation between Jasper and this girl that he's banging. And it's not even deep. It's not even anything that I haven't heard before. This shit is so basic. Like, I'm just thinking like the college classes I was in where we read Marx and stuff, Marx and Engels, and Foucault, etc., etc. And if anyone in my classes had spouted off anything like this, they would have been laughed out of class. This is like the most basic thing, and it's presented as being so deep thinking. Oh my god. And it's in so many words too. This went on and on and on, and like I understood the point he was making like after like the first sentence, and I was like, we are still doing this? So since I'm discussing it at length, what is he talking about? So this chick he's banging is all about philanthropy and giving back and doing what you can for the poor, etc., etc. And she's all upset because there's this kid that's dying from this disease that you could cure if they had the money. And you know, a familiar story that we've heard in America. And how evil, you know, the people are that created the toxic situation that caused this boy to get ill, and how they could live more comfortably, they could live more safely, they don't have to be in these conditions. If they have to be in these conditions, they could be saved, the medicine exists. And so she's angry at everybody, the people that own the mine, the people that, like, don't pay for his medicine, whatever. And our main character is, like, playing devil's advocate and saying, well, you know, we all draw our lines wherever, you know, we feel like we need to, and it all depends on where you grew up, and we all see the world through the lens of our own experience. And that's the whole conversation. And I just summed it up for you. That's it. That's the whole thing. But this has been going on and on and on and on. And he used this like dumb metaphor about shoes and a dumb metaphor about neighbors. And that's the thing that I haven't mentioned yet. But this book, my God, the amount of metaphors, analogies, and similes, and none of them are good. None of them are good. None of them really helped illustrate the point. None of them are well worded. None of them, there's so much. And they think they're so deep, like you can tell. And it's so bizarre too. Like all of these long, elaborate metaphors and similes and like this fanciful speaking. But then also weird, also I'm sorry about all the jingling, but it's Cass, as I'm sure you guessed. She found her loudest toy. But yeah, and then having that mixed in with like this weirdly modern, casual, like wanna, W-A-N-N-A. It's you can't have your cake and eat it too. Either write it in a really colloquial, casual, we're just shooting the shit kind of style, or you're writing it in flowery, highfalutin metaphors. But doing both at the same time, and we're not talking about like different styles of speech. It's not like one character speaks in metaphors and one character speaks in like dialect. No, like we're talking about the narration. Like the way that the author's voice. Yeah, I mean the dialogue as well is inconsistent, but oh my God, I have rarely read anything this bad. It's really fucking bad. I really wish I was reading another sort of truth book right now. At least I'd be having fun. I'm suffering through this extensive expository dialogue, which is just, you know, characters info dumping to each other in the most unnatural dialogue I've ever heard, with, again, making it sound like this magic system, this isn't a magic system, this like lore about dreams is like super complex and deep, but it's not. The characters keep saying how, oh my God, this is so complicated. I'm like, yeah, it's really fucking not. But anyway, I have gathered you here now to tell you about the fact that as he's listening to this super complicated conversation, Jespar asks, like, it's trying to make sense of it. And he says, why? Jespar asked. His brain felt like it was rodeoing on a ball of lightning. Do you see what I mean about analogies, similes, and metaphors in this book being stupid? And also, are there rodeos in this universe, in this imagined fantasy world? Because if not, the expression rodeoing, whatever the fuck that means, I don't feel like rodeoing is a verb. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what he's going for, but rodeoing is not. What the fuck is that? This whole thing was so bad anyway, and then we got to rodeoing. I want to die. Their host during this expository dialogue asked them, would you care for some more tea? And it says they concurred. To concur means to agree. It means like if someone says, like, I think the best course of action here would be to follow the path. And then you could concur, meaning you agree that this is the best course of action. If someone asks you if you want more tea, you cannot concur. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
Sweet creature, had another talk about if it's going wrong. We're still young. We don't know where we're going, but we know where we belong. Oh.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. Another day, another matcha. So quick reading update. Last night I didn't get too much farther in Dreams of the Dying. I read about 50 pages since Monday. So I'm on page 162. Hating it as much as ever. But then after I got to that point, I felt antsy / I didn't want to read that. So on audio, I listened to Hag-Seed by Margaret Atwood, which, if you don't know, is a retelling of The Tempest by William Shakespeare. I read The Tempest earlier this month. If you missed my TBR video, me and my friend Heather are reading the play and the retelling, the play and the retelling, like until we run out. I think at this point there's only like 5 or 6 out. I own almost all of them. There's a retelling of The Tempest, there's a retelling of Taming the Shrew, there's a retelling of Merchant of Venice, Othello, The Winter's Tale, Macbeth, and then the one that I don't have is, it's a history. I forget which history. Oh, I think it's, no, it's not a history. I think it's a retelling of King Lear. And Kaz has found bubble wrap. Because if I didn't say, I felt like I wanted to clean and organize, so I like unpacked some boxes that I hadn't unpacked since moving that just had like a lot of bookish merch and stuff and mugs and stuff that I didn't really need. They're just sitting still wrapped in my closet, so I unpacked that. And Kaz is delighted by all the bubble wrap. So she is currently stomping on it. What are you doing, kitty? Anyway, yeah, so while I was, while I was cleaning and organizing and etc., I was listening to Hag-Seed, and I'm really enjoying it. I will say that I don't know if you'd understand it if you hadn't read The Tempest. Like, so there's some retellings that if you know the source material, there's added enjoyment, but like you can totally just read it. I feel like this relies heavily on the play. I think it's good. Having read the play, I'm like, oh wow, but I feel like if you hadn't read the play, you'd be like, what the fuck? So if you are interested in picking this up, I recommend either seeing, hey, stop licking my matcha. No, don't lick the tripod. Stop it. She likes the condensation on the outside. Yeah. Okay, bye. Yeah, so if you are interested in it, yeah, I recommend reading or seeing the play first. I got about 3/4 of the way through. It's not a very long book, so I will probably finish this today, and then I'll give you my full thoughts when I'm done with it. Well, not my full thoughts. My full thoughts are saved for the live show with Heather, which I still don't know when that's going to be, but it's gonna be. That much I do know. Keep plugging along on Dreams of the Dying, which I hate so much, but I want it to be over.
You'd never guess that there's a kitty hiding behind all these blankets. Hi guys. Sorry for disturbing your nap. Look at the little paws. Okay, carry on.
Well, hello. Ow, ow, ow. Kaz and I. She was being so good. Why are you being like this? She just crawled into my lap all sweet. I thought oh, fuck, stop biting me. I thought I'd show you how sweet she is. But she goes into attack mode as soon as the camera's on. Oh, fuck. Can you not? She was all purring and sweet. Look at this monster now. Holy moly. Are you done attacking me? No. Can you not? I mean, in fairness, she attacks herself. Okay. So while I was like doing stuff in the kitchen and making lunch and whatnot, I finished Hag-Seed and I gave it 4 stars. Again, the allusions to the play that it's inspired by are... Yes, my dear. Would you also like to talk about Hag-Seed? Would you like to tell the good people what you thought of Hag-Seed? Was that good, huh? Has Prospero enchanted you? Are you tripping out? Certainly seems like it. Yeah? Why? Why are you doing this? Why? Is that any way to treat the person that just filled your food bowl? As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my child. Ow! Stop it! Stop playing with my butt! Man, she's real frisky. You want it? You want it? It's over there. Great.
Okay, so hag-seed. I think if you have read the play or you're a lover of the play, it's fun to see how she plays with the play and brings it into the story and comments upon the story, etc., etc. I apologize for the noise, but it's better than her attacking my butt. Anyway, I didn't really like how it ended. I didn't hate how it ended, but it didn't end the way that I thought it would. And I didn't like how it ended. Oh my god, she's found her jingle ball. She has been chill all day. It has been silent. Oh my god. Anyway. But I mean, overall, I think it's a really good book, and I can't wait to talk about it with Heather. So I'm really looking forward to our chat, which will be later this month. Probably, realistically, it'll probably be early July. Oh my god. Here she goes. Okay, well. In other more amusing news, I was following the author on Instagram, and he just happened to post something like today, so he like wasn't in my feed again. I was like, oh yeah, I follow him, huh? And I just like went to his feed to kind of look at his stuff again, / also to unfollow him. But I stumbled upon a post from a little while ago where he was saying how like he's seen a lot of people complaining that the book is has typos or errors, or the prose is very crude, and he was saying how you probably got an unfinished copy, and here's how to tell if you got an unfinished copy instead of a finished copy. And I was like, oh shit, oh, have I just been like really harsh about a book that's actually just like the not finished copy? So like I looked at all of the photos he posted of like how to tell the difference, and like if you've gotten the unfinished one, like to let him know and he'll send you the finished one. And I checked, and this is definitely a finished copy. So for a moment there I was like, oh no, have I been unduly harsh? No, now I feel even harsher, because like because he was saying something about seeing reviews saying this, and that he suspects that that's the reason, and I'm like, nah dude. This is a finished copy, and the prose, as you well put it, sir, is quite crude. So, my good man, maybe spend less time posting about this stuff, less time filling out appendixes with art, less time creating a $40 edition, and more time on an editor. Anyway, all that said, I still must read it. So that is the plan for the rest of tonight, is to read this goddamn book. And I want to die. Talk about dreams of the dying. I am dying. And my dream is to not be reading this.
Welcome to the final show. Hope you're wearing your
still reading, and it's terrible. I don't stop for every mistake, I really don't. But I found one that just, I thought about not stopping, but I was like, this is really bugging me. They're talking about, is it spoilery? Do I care? I don't think you should read this. Well, anyway. They're talking about symptoms of this illness and this parasite and whatever. And she said, but brain damage is known to cause, hey, not right now, baby kitty. Brain damage is known to cause personality changes, and symptoms from parasitic infections usually exacerbate over time. Symptoms exacerbate something. So you can't just say they exacerbate. They have to be exacerbating something. That sentence is meaningless. Parasitic infections usually exacerbate over time? No. Parasitic infections usually get worse over time? Sure. Exacerbate? They have to be exacerbating a thing. Ugh! Words mean things.
Are you watching the fire? Are you gonna try to touch it again? Is that a better angle? Okay, bye.
This, oh my god, I have complained before about the weirdly modern, like, slangy dialogue. This guy just left, because they just, like, went through some shit and he's like, whatever. And, Jess Barr's like, he's probably just tired. That shift must have been intense. True that, Lucia said. Anyway, you wanna share a room, spelled W-A-N-N-A. Oh my god. In this book, did you expect someone to say, true that? Hey, you want to share a room? Like, are you surfer bro dudes? Like, what the actual fuck? Here we're back to correcting things. He has some fancy pudding, which sounds really tasty. It sounds like some chia pudding I've had before. And I low-key want it. But anyway. Fancy pudding, blah, blah, blah. He only managed a few forkfuls before his appetite ceased again. Your appetite can't cease. An appetite... it just is. It's a noun. Like, for something to cease, it has to be an active, ongoing verb. Like you're moving and the movement ceases. Your appetite can't stop because it's not doing anything. Your appetite can disappear, like, you know, it's either there or it's not there. So, or it can diminish. So we can say before his appetite disappeared, before his appetite faded, before his appetite vanished, before his appetite whatever. But it can't cease. That's not a thing an appetite can do. Okay, this, I honestly, I don't know if he's changed the spelling of this because he's tried to make it like an in-universe thing. Like, this is how they say it in this world. Given the track record on words being wrong all the time, I think that's a bit generous, but best case scenario, that's what's going on here. But, hyperbole is not spelled like this. Hyperbole. Twice.
I have no words. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Okay, so I've made it to page 250. And oh my god. I have to say too, in addition to being just badly, you know, all of the bad grammar and the wrong words, etc., etc., it would be so much, hang on, where can I rest my arm? But in addition to like the bad grammar and incorrect words, etc., 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 it's too long, and it wouldn't be this long if the author didn't constantly stop to soapbox about really basic shit. All these little like moments of like characters suddenly, I mean, no one talks like this. The dialogue is bad, so the characterization is bad. But it also, it's just this annoying, preachy, soapboxy thing where instead of sounding like a conversation, it's characters either expressing views the author clearly has or like views the author clearly doesn't have, so that we can see how horrible they are. There's the kernel of an interesting story here, but it is taking so fucking long for us to get any progress on that story because we keep stopping to have bad characterization, a bad romance, incorrect words, just bad. There's this like extremely dark, sinister, magical mystery at the center of the story. That's really what it's about, at least it seems to be so far. But as the characters pointed out, it's been 4 days. It feels like it. Instead of the normal 4 days in a fantasy book where like things are clipping along, it feels like it's been the number of hours that 4 days are composed of. All of this stopping to talk about the magic or the lore or how this world works, all of this exposition is so info dumpy, and the characters keep stopping to say, oh man, this is really complicated. Yeah, I know it is, bear with me, let me explain it. And every time it does that, I'm like, it's really not that fucking complicated. Please stop saying that it is. And all of the conversations that have the, moralistic soapboxing, be it political or theological or socioeconomic. Like the characters keep throwing in things like, I shouldn't burden you with something so complicated, or the way I understand it is blah blah blah. And I'm like, it's not that deep or that complicated. Please move on. Please move on. Please. So, in summation, I hate it. Good morning and happy Ow! Good morning and happy Thursday, right? It's Thursday. Another day, another matcha. So gross. I think I checked in with you last night about Dreams of the Dying. I didn't read any further than that. But I have been listening, and I haven't mentioned it at all, to Red Country. After I finished Hag-Seed, I moved right back into... I had started Red Country earlier this month, but I went back to it. This is a reread, as you should know. Unlike the Heroes, I'm not enjoying it more the second time. I'm enjoying about the same. So, kind of disappointing, because, like, having reread the Heroes and loved it so much more the second time, I was like, oh, maybe I'll love Red Country so much more the second time. But no, I feel exactly the same as I did the first time. It's not bad. It's just, it's definitely my least. Well, no. I guess in my previous Abercrombie ranking, Heroes was my least favorite. Red Country might now be my least favorite, but by a slim margin. Because I do think I like the Heroes a bit more than Red Country. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have the rest of the book to think about it. About 2/3 of the way through, or 3/4 maybe? I don't know. I'm listening to it, so. Yeah, so that's what I've been listening to this morning while I made my delicious breakfast. Definitely way better than this beastie. But I have some time before I start work, so I'm gonna read some more of this. I'll let you know if anything's wrong, egregiously. Otherwise, I'll check in with you when I'm done work. Look at this little spot she found for herself. It's like it was made for her. I did not do this. Cats are the best at finding their own little nook, huh? Little princess in your little alcove. At least you're calm. I've been wildin' this morning. Just chillax. Be a good kitty. Take a nap. Yeah. Hey, so quick PSA. Like 2 days ago, I was watching a BookShe video, and someone mentioned Pango Books as an app that I think they were partnering with them, but that they use. It's for buying and selling used books, literally just for that. So instead of like eBay, which is everything and also books, this is just for books. So I decided to try it out, and I listed a bunch of books like 2 days ago, and I already sold 3 books. Like, I'm kind of obsessed. Anyway, so I'll leave my shop, I think, linked down below. So you can buy books I'm getting rid of. But yeah, I'm so excited because, like, honestly, in downtown LA, there aren't a lot of, you'd think there would be, but there aren't a lot of used bookstores. There's the Last Bookstore, which is a really cool place to visit, but not so great for, like, selling your used books. Like, they don't offer a lot of money. So, yeah, stoked. Super stoked. Highly recommend so far. It's been 2 days.
What are you doing under there? What are you doing? Hey, ow! Going under the couch? Hey, Kaz. Hi. I can see you. Yep, I can see you. Coming up here again? To your spot?
Reading on my lunch break, I have skipped over, I haven't brought up some typos that I think I will write off as typos because it's like words out of order in a sentence. And like, that, I mean, I would say that's bad because it shouldn't be there in a finished copy, but like, it's not actively an author choosing the incorrect word. But there are 3 things that I want to call out. I didn't call them out as I found them because my camera was out of battery. And I was like, I'll tell you about all of them in one go. And I Googled them to make sure that I was right about these things. And they're like immersion bringing incorrect, not incorrect. Well, okay, it's a variety of things. Anyway, here's the 3 things. 1 is the use of the phrase writing on the wall incorrectly. The phrase the writing was on the wall means that something is like predicting the future. It's a portent. It's foreshadowing. It's something of that it means that like you should have seen what was to come. And it was used incorrectly because they learned something about a character that they just didn't know that about them, but it has been true all along. And that was the phrase that was used. The writing was on the wall all along. But that's not what that means. If the character did something, like the character like committed a murder, and you were like, oh, the writing was on the wall, that like we should have seen it they would commit a murder, then you could use that. But this isn't the character doing something. This is them learning that something about this character that was just already true. You can't say the writing was on the wall because that wasn't a portent. It's just something that you should have picked up on, perhaps. But that's not what writing on the wall means. Okay, so that's 1. 2 is know the drill. This one just irks me. There's no consensus on when in history people started using the phrase know the drill, but it just goes along with all of these like dialogue that sounds weirdly modern and casual. And it's a servant in a house explaining what she does in the house and saying, oh, you know, I do the cooking and cleaning, you know the drill. Which is just such a weird thing to have someone say in a book like this. And lastly is the use of prodigal son. Prodigal son is used correctly. It's not used incorrectly. But it's bizarre to find prodigal son in the universe that does not have Christian religion or the Bible, because they're not using the word prodigal. Prodigal is a word. Prodigal means something by itself. But this book used prodigal son. And from context clues, you know that it means like a son that has left a father, which is what happens in the parable of the prodigal son. So it's a very specific Bible-inspired like phrase that it doesn't make sense for anyone in your world to be using it if your world does not have the Bible. So it's very immersion breaking. Anyway, yep. Still hate it. I'm on page 330. Check in with you later. I forgot. There's one more thing. And it's a stupid analogy or simile, whatever. And it's stupid because it's basically the same thing as what's happening. Like, the point of a simile or analogy or metaphor is to take something that's like wholly different seeming, but there is a parallel to be made between the type of situation or the thing that it is, or like the imagery of it. But so these two people who are on opposing sides, one is threatened to the other, and they're saying, so what's it going to be? Like, this is how we play it. So what do you want me to do? And that's his threat. And now we're waiting to hear what the threatened is going to respond with. And this is how it's described. There was something momentous about the hush that followed, like that between two diplomats whose words would decide the fate of a country. Forgot to mention that, like, part of this threat was, we're running out of time and thousands of lives depend on us. So I'll do what I must. And then it's the momentous hush, like that between two diplomats whose words would decide the fate of a country. Like, that's literally what's happening. That's like saying, he got down on one knee and he pulled out a diamond ring and he said, will you marry me? And there was something momentous about the hush that followed. Just as if, like that between a man and a woman when one has just asked the other to spend the rest of their life with them. You're like, yeah, exactly like that. Because that's literally what's happening right now. That's not, like, do you know what I mean? It's not a comparison. It's like, it is literally what's happening right now.
Time to play with her crow again. Someone woke up from a nap feeling like playing, didn't you? Is that tasty? Get some tail action into it. You can do it. Get it. Take a minute to lick your feet, as one does. Expected to read when I have a kitty in my lap. Not just in my lap. In my crotch. It's quite a spot you find yourself in, Kaz. Like it there? Gotta lick your ass while you're in my crotch. Oh boy. I mean, this is definitely better than reading Dreams of the Dying. Not gonna lie. Did you have a good dinner? Was it tasty? Do you want to tell the good people what you had for dinner? Would you rate it? 10 out of 10? What's going on in that little head of yours? Not a whole lot, huh? Not a whole heck of a lot. I just gave you dinner. Are you literally going to bite the hand that feeds you? What's going on? Where are we going? Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Going up. Going in. Okay. Bye forever. No. Queen of her fur mountain. We are losing the light, so I'm gonna check in with you now for like 2 seconds, even though I haven't read anything since the last time I checked in with you. But like, I don't understand how people have rated this 5 stars. I don't understand. But then again, I frequently feel that way. My whole channel is basically just a scrapbook of me going, I don't get it. Yeah. But I am making progress. The sense of accomplishment that I will feel when this is over will be off the charts. This is why I should just stick to reading Abercrombie books. And when I'm done with Abercrombie books, go back to the beginning. It's the only safe option. Took a shower and came back to this preciousness. I just cannot even. How is anything alive this cute? I never cease to be amazed. Look at the little feet. Oh my god, she's so small. Anyway. Okay, back to this, which is not cute, not at all. And wait, and now she's doing this, which is arguably even cuter. She did it as soon as I turned the camera off. She's like, how about this? Oh my god. I think she's on top of a piano about to sing like a romantic jazzy ballad. Why are you so cute? Just why? It's ridiculous. I can't handle it. You gonna do something else even cuter as soon as I turn the camera off? Undoubtedly. In other news, this kombucha is disgusting. 0 out of 10, would not recommend. And I like kombucha. This shit tastes like straight up apple cider vinegar. Like literally drinking apple cider vinegar. If I wanted to do that, I would just drink apple cider vinegar. So yeah. I like this brand actually. I like their Pink Lady apple flavor. So I decided to try Tropical Punch. Worst decision of my life. Don't buy this. It's disgusting. I don't know why I'm still drinking it. I mean, I do now. It's because I bought it. And I'm stubborn. But it's so gross. Trust me, don't buy it. Good morning and happy Friday. I didn't check in with you last night because I didn't really read anything last night. After my shower, I read like a few pages of... Shut up out there! I read a few pages of Dreams of the Dying. And then was like, fuck this. And watched some TV and went to bed. This morning, I intended to get up early and read Dreams of the Dying. I did end up waking up pretty early because a certain precious baby kitty was meowing a lot at like 6 a.m., which was a lovely way to begin the day. But so I got up and I always have a really runny nose in the morning, which makes it really hard to read in the morning because like you're looking down when you're physically reading. So I tend to do audiobooks in the morning because I'm usually like clearing up the kitchen and making, well, formerly coffee, now matcha. So anyway, this morning I've been listening to Red Country and I'm very nearly done. I would just sit here and finish it, but I do need to go out of my apartment today, hence me looking less like a slob. Just a little less. Oh my goodness, baby kitty. Can you know right now? Less than an hour left in the audiobook at the speed that I'm listening to it. So I will definitely finish this today. And then return to this. Baby kitty, can we not? Can we not? She's been so frisky today. Like crazy frisky. Usually in the mornings she'll be like excited to have me wake up and give her food. And then she'll be playful for a little bit, but then she'll like immediately go back to sleep. But not today. She is wildin' today. Anyway, yeah, so I have to head out now. And I'll check in with you later. Well, hello and happy Saturday. What happened to Friday, you're asking?
Well, what did happen on Friday? After I filmed that clip where I was even complaining about my allergies, I do get a runny nose in the mornings, but like I had my allergies yesterday were insane. Like the worst that I've had since last fall, when my friend sent me some shirts and her cat had sat on them, and we discovered that I was deathly allergic to her cat. So like I got rid of those shirts because like I'm washing them with like vinegar and baking soda and like all these things that like none of it worked. So I was just like, I just gotta get rid of them. So yesterday, that blue hoodie that I was wearing, I hadn't worn that in a long time, and I think I must have had it packed with those shirts at some point, because fast forward to like 5 p.m. when I am just like dying, and I tried like a bowl of steam with like the towel over. I took so much Flonase, more than you're supposed to. Nothing helped, and at like 5 p.m. I like gave up on life and was like, I'm just gonna put on my pajamas and be horizontal on the couch and just wallow. And of course, the moment that I changed, I started to feel better. It took me until like literally right now. Like this morning I was still a little bit sniffly, but like I could feel that it was clearing out now, you know what I mean? That's TMI maybe, but yeah, so yesterday I was like dead to the world. I was so worried that I was like overnight allergic to Kaz, but she was so sweet when I was horizontal on the couch, now changed into not that toxic hoodie. She laid on my chest for hours and, you know, was napping. She woke up a few times to check on me. She would like pat my face with her paw, not like scratch or anything, just kind of pat my face with her paw and lick my hand and like nuzzle and snuggle, and she was so sweet. Today she's kind of a terror. She has her crow, so it's understandable. Anyway, so long story short, I'm alive again, and I'm wearing makeup because we're doing the live show. I was gonna check my watch, but I'm not wearing it. The live show for Blades and Bodice Rippers is in like an hour, give or take. So I am ready for that. And also ready to vlog today, because you were cheated of Friday. I was cheated of Friday. Friday doesn't exist. It doesn't count toward my life total. So I'm gonna vlog today. Originally I was gonna like try to film some videos and stuff, but like I'm still really exhausted from dying. So after I finish the live show, also I probably sound like I had a cold, which I obviously didn't. Anyway, so after I finish the live show, which is at 11 PST, not that you need to know, because by the time this is going up, that is well and truly over. Anyway, so after the live show, which kind of always kills my whole day, because it's over at like midday, and then I'm like, well, the day's already gone anyway. But unlike my usual Saturday live show routine of just giving up on the day or filming, because I put makeup on obviously, and I put a buttload of concealer on my nose, because your girl's a Rudolph under all this. Yeah, I'm gonna read, because I finished, I have a reading update for you. I finished Red Country yesterday, because it was an audiobook, so like part of wallowing, I just like laid on the couch with my headphones on, you know, and listened. Plus also like, it's a reread, so if I was like in and out, it was fine. I actually lowered this from my first time around, so the Heroes I bumped from a 3 to a 4, and Red Country I bumped from a 4 to a 3, so progress has been made. If I was to refilm my first law rankings video, I would put this at the bottom. It's not bad. I've never read a bad Abercrombie book, but it's definitely my least favorite. It's still good, and like you definitely cannot skip it. You cannot skip any of the first law books. It's no. So still read it, and it's a good book, and I enjoyed it more the first time, but it's got its moments. There are things in it that I really, really love. But overall, like, I think it's pretty weak. Weak for Abercrombie. It's definitely better than most. I mean, that's the weird thing about star ratings. Weird tangent. I'm really chatty now, because, like, I'm alive again, and it feels good to be alive again. But anyway, yeah, like, I've given not Abercrombie, favorite authors, I'll give, like, a 3 stars to, like, Neil Gaiman, Joe Abercrombie. Hey, that's my water bottle. That's not for you, baby kitty. Sorry. I'll give like 3 stars to books by my favorite authors when they let me down because like I know they can do better, and I'm like, oh, compared to your other work, this isn't it. And yet this 3-star book, I also gave The Black Tongue Thief 3 stars, and this is way better than The Black Tongue Thief in my opinion. So I don't know how to rate. I mean, rating books is, I guess I rate each author on their own scale. So like it's like grading on a curve, you know, for classes kind of like that, where I'm grading each author on a curve. So like, because Abercrombie's 5 stars is a little hatred, this is no little hatred. But comparing this to The Black Tongue Thief, or there's some other books I gave 3 stars to this month. Ariadne, I gave 3 stars. I gave Hag-Seed 4 stars, but I don't necessarily think it's a better book than Red Country. Ugh, fuck ratings. They're feel facts. Anyway, yeah, so knocked this off. So left for the month, I just have to finish Dreams of the Day. And then ideally, I did start very, very minimally my reread of Dark Age for Alan's live show. I got the audio from the library because I really don't like Tim Gerard Reynolds as Darrow. I like the other narrators. And I like Tim Gerard Reynolds as a narrator, just not for Darrow. He just doesn't fit Darrow to me. So I actually have all the other Red Rising books on audio because at some point or other I've acquired them during like sales, and Audible has like a selection that are like $1.99 or something. I'm like, oh, I may as well have it. So I actually have Iron Gold on audio, but I don't have Dark Age, and I wasn't going to get it, but I got it from the library. So because did I mention I finally got the Libby app after like eons of being like, I like got my LA County library card and got the Libby app, and have actually been using it a lot. So better late than never. Anyway, sold some books, which I think I already mentioned, but I sold even more. I'm telling you, I forgot even what Pango Books, whatever the fuck that app is called, that will be linked down below. It's great. I'm loving it. So currently my coffee table has piles and piles of books because they're all the books that I have posted on Pango. And since I just sold another 2, like at midnight, I need to back those up and get them ready for going to the post office. Anyway, yeah, so I need to clear off the coffee table. Let me just show you. So we had hot matcha this morning. That was a mistake. Never again. That was disgusting. Yes, I have been watching. I ran out of Poirot's, so now I've been watching the Joan Hickson Marples, which I've never seen before. I've only seen the new ones. But yeah, that stack is the books I've read so far this month. But everything else is stuff that I listed on Pango. And the tissue box from Dying. And my mirror from putting makeup on this morning. So that's the situation right now. It is a disaster. I need to clear this up before the live show because I need to like put my laptop and microphone and light and everything here. And obviously that will not fit with all of this shit going on. So I need to get a move on is what I'm saying. Where's Kaz? Come on here. Be cute. You were so nice yesterday. Thank you, sweetie. You didn't steal any of my tissues. And there were many. I'm proud of you. Thank you, darling. Okay. We'll play later. Bye. Okay, I'm all set to go live. If you ever wanted to know, this is what it looks like when I go live. It's a pain in the butt. Literally sometimes, because sitting there isn't super comfortable. Anywhoosies, yeah, need to go make some tea so that I can have tea while we spill tea. Also, quick tea PSA. I just got this tea. I tried it yesterday when I was dying, and I couldn't really taste much because of dying. So I tasted good yesterday. I'm gonna have it again now. But I've been drinking Yorkshire Gold for a long time, but I didn't know they had flavored ones. This is malty biscuit flavor, so it tastes like tea and biscuits in your tea. I added some toasted coconut almond milk to it, and it tasted tasty. So I'm gonna have it again now that I'm more myself. But dead me really enjoyed it. Oh, and I decided to be super British to go with that. So your Yorkshire tea is very British English, whatever. And I'm wearing my Mumford & Sons jumper. And I'm gonna drink it out of my Union Jack mug. Can you say Anglophile?
And what are you doing on this lovely Saturday morning? Oh, you're playing with trash. Because of course you are. Please don't play with the oven. That's an oven. No. Oh, did you lose your trash under the oven? Oh boy. Who needs to buy toys for cats when they just like trash? Okay, well, have a good one. You enjoy that. Treat yourself. Live show all done. Kaz, of course, was the star, and she is now the star of every video on YouTube. Hi. And I ate food, which I didn't do before at the live show, which was a mistake. Watched some videos while I ate. It is now almost 3 o'clock. What time is it? Okay, no. It is only just after 2 o'clock. Okay. It's still bad, but it's not as bad. This is what I mean by my whole day is gone when I do a live show at 11, because it ends a little after noon. Then I usually I'm like tired from that, so like I want to have a snack, you know, decompress, and then it's like most of the day is gone. Anyway. It is time. I must continue on. But I do feel so much better. Oh my god. You know, honestly, it takes a cold or an allergy attack every now and then to remind you of the blessing that is clear breathing passages. Like, I feel so good, not because I feel better than usual, but because I feel normal. And as compared to yesterday, that is amazing. Like, I don't need a tissue. I'm not sniffling. I feel so good. I can breathe. I have energy. It's wonderful. Isn't it wonderful, Kaz? Isn't it wonderful? Ow. You know you have claws. Don't eat my hair. Hi. Be nice. Ow! Don't bite me. No, I don't bite you. I don't bite you. Very rude. Oh, you think it is fun, huh? I hear you purring. Why are you being so naughty? Yeah, eat your own tail. Ow! Stop it. Ow, 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 ow. Be nice, be nice. Don't bite, don't bite. Ow! Not a corn on the cob. Ah! Stop it. Okay. Go live your best life. All right. I need to go and read What Joy Is Mine. Is that tasty, tasty? You look crazy. Look like a little Dracula. Look at the little teeth. You look fucking terrifying. Oh, not your cutest look. What are you chewing on? Are you eating the ribbon? Did you swallow the ribbon? But for why? And your ears all bent back? Oh my god, you're a mess. You're a mess. Is that yours? Your ears all bent back? Oh my god. You have bedhead. You look like a hot mess. Very cute. You gotta bend it back again. You're just going crazy. My little sunshine queen. Are you sunbathing, my dear? All tuckered out from attacking that thing? Look at those whiskers.
Sweet creature, gotta know the talk about if it's going wrong. We're still young. We don't know where we're going, but we know where we belong. Oh, we started 2 hearts and 1 home. It's hard when we argue. We're both stubborn, I know. But oh, sweet creature, wherever I go, you bring me home. Sweet creature, when I run out of rope, you bring me home. Sweet creature, running through the garden, hoping nothing bothered us, but we're still young. I always think about you and how we don't speak enough, and oh, we started 2 hearts and 1 home. It's hard when we argue. We're both stubborn, no, I know. But oh.
Now we come to mistake number 592 or something like that. This is Jespar talking with Kawu. I think that's how you say it. Kawu, K-W-U. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, they're discussing a magic thing. And Kawu says, but I don't understand. Ever since my cusping, I haven't met a single person who doesn't. Jespar understood neither, but couldn't have cared less. You can't use neither like that. You can say Jespar didn't understand either, or if there were 2 things that they were talking about, if it had said that Kawu said, I don't understand this and I don't understand this, and it said Jespar understood neither, or something, like it would be clunky, but it would be kind of correct, because you'd be talking about there are 2 things and he understands neither. But using this as him agreeing with Kawu about not being able to understand, you can't say Jespar understood neither. You have to say he didn't understand either. That's just how English works. I'm sorry. Maybe you think it's stupid, but that's how English works. Okay, these 2 mysterious people are having a conversation about whether or not what they're doing is monstrous. And this lady is like, well, the strong defeat the weak. That's just the way of it. Like the wolves and the deer and blah, 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 blah. And this guy's like, I can't handle this. I don't want to be a monster. I can't believe that you're okay with being a monster. It's real deep shit. But that's not what I'm here to complain about. I mean, I am, I guess, because I just complained about it. But that's not why I turned on the camera. I turned on the camera to tell you that as this lady is like going on about the natural order, it says, sweat beads on the man's forehead and his irises burn. He thinks, don't cry. Your irises are this part, the part where the color is. I'm pretty sure that part of your eye doesn't burn or feel anything. I'm pretty sure that your eye's burning because, like, you're trying to hold back tears. If anything, it's the whites of your eyes, because that's where the tears are starting. Your irises aren't even touching the part of your eye that is beginning to form salty tears. His irises are burning. No. No. Just no. Oh, and I would just also like to point out that once again, this passage, the one with the burning irises, is a flashback, meaning this happened before the events that we are currently following with the main character. And once again, it is written in present tense, whereas the rest of the story is written in past tense. And I continue to be baffled by that choice. TPSA numero dos. This is the Yorkshire bedtime tea, and this is my new favorite thing ever. Oh my goodness. It's decaf black tea with vanilla and nutmeg. Nutmeg. Fuck yes. So good. I'll show you the box. It looks exactly like the biscuit tea, except blue. There you see them side by side. I recommend both. But like, if you have to choose, this one though.
Like this one tastes like black tea with like slightly something special about it, but this is delicious. Oh my god. Trust me. Oh, also this is delicious and it's on sale because it's Christmas tea. So I bought extra of it. And this too. All of these, this is why they're here. These are my favorite tea. So, and the fucking matcha that I'm drinking now. Anyway, this is my tea recommendation to you. This is herbal tea. This is mostly herbal tea with a little bit of black tea. This is decaf, and this is black tea. So, got you covered for all times of day. I'm so tired of characters qualifying statements with, if I remember correctly. Or the general narration saying, if he remembered correctly. It's so frequent. It's like the only way the author knows how to make what is entirely an info dump be like, oh, but this is like casual normal dialogue because I opened with, if I remember correctly, and then launch into info dump. Like, I'm so fucking sick of it. You're fooling no one. Well, I did it. I fucking finished this book. It is 1 in the morning. I gave it, as I'm sure you could have predicted, 1 star. Oh my god. So it continued to have, of course, bad grammar, which I needed to get through it. So I didn't stop every time something was bad or just incorrect. The mystery, the main thrust of the plot, the tension, the whatever, was resolved on like page 500. And then we had 200 more pages after that of just the amount of bullshit philosophy that was unending was unbelievable. The amount of introspection from the main character, who is really unlikable for the majority of this book anyway, and the last 200 pages is literally just his soul-searching journey, because the plot of the book, like the main plot and the main mystery, is done. It's over. The last 200 pages is literally just him and his feelings and his issues and his philosophizing. And oh my god. I don't have the words to describe how painful it was to read and how shockingly shallow and bad and poorly constructed and poorly conveyed, and oh my god, I can't think of anything that I've read worse than this. It was the most self-indulgent, masturbatory drivel that I've ever encountered. I don't understand. The majority of the reviews I've seen for this book were 5 stars. I don't understand. This is so unbelievably faux deep. It's so unjustifiably up its own ass. I said Dune was up its own ass, and it is, but at least Dune has some unique ideas and some unique concepts to kind of riff on. This is the kind of depth that I remember, like the types of conversations that I thought were super deep that I would have like with my brother when we were like in middle school and beginning to kind of sort of, you know, ask existential questions, maybe kind of a little bit. Only it's 700 pages and it's written by an adult. So bad. So bad. Okay, I'm done, and I never ever have to read a single page of that again. Ever. Oh my god. I also need to go to sleep, because it's 1 a.m. Anyway, so I think that does it for this reading vlog. It has been emotional. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and feelings about the slice of life that I have shared with you here. I post videos on Saturdays, other random times as well, but definitely Saturdays. So like and subscribe. Join my Patreon so that you can prevent books like this
from being selected. Or don't, you do you. And one last goodbye from the baby kitty herself. Say bye-bye, Kaz. Say bye-bye. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so from me and Kaz,